This small East Central Indiana mobile home park has a small packaged wastewater treatment plant that discharges into a very small polishing lagoon. Over the years, solids have built up to the point that the lagoon discharge was not meeting the permitted limits for the total solids. Economics dictate that a low-cost but effective solution for removing the solids be found and implemented. The process selected is to utilize geotextile container bags in standard landfill roll-offs to remove enough solids to bring the lagoon discharge back into compliance. A pit agitator is rented and used to stir up the accumulated solids around the bank. This agitator fits onto a bobcat and uses the auxiliary hydraulics to power the propeller. The bobcat can maneuver around the pond, and this little agitator does a very good job of suspending the solids so the pumping raft can pump the slurry up to the dewatering system. Larger agricultural-style pit agitators are available for rent as well. The larger units include high-pressure pumps that can shoot the slurry back out to the center of the lagoon. The larger units require at least a 100 horsepower farm tractor to operate and are not as mobile as this smaller unit, but they are more effective at stirring up the solids. The pumping raft is an A-frame pontoon raft with a hydraulic submersible pump hanging off a cable in the center of the raft. The raft pumps slurry from the lagoon through 3-inch floating hose up to a tank located on a trailer parked next to the lagoon. The tank is agitated to keep the solids in the slurry mixed and suspended. This makes the flocculation process easier to control. At the back of the trailer, a gasoline-powered hydraulic unit supplies the hydraulics for the pumping raft. The hydraulics power the sludge pump and also the hydraulic winch that lowers and raises the pump. A trash pump pumps the mixed slurry from the tank over to a Blue River Technologies flocculator. At the flocculator, a polymer solution is added to cause the solids to agglomerate and separate from the water. After the flock sludge leaves the flocculator, it is pumped over to the roll-off and into the container bags. The operator periodically checks the flock sludge to make sure everything is working as it should. If the correct flocculant and dosage is selected and used, the solids will form tight agglomerations and the clear water will be forced out. The clean water flows from the dewatering bag while the solids are trapped inside. Selecting the correct chemical program and controlling the process ensures that the dewatering operation will work as intended. The emulsion polymer is mixed with water prior to injecting it into the flocculator. This chemical makedown unit has 2 diaphragm metering pumps and is capable of feeding up to 12 gallons per hour of the neat polymer into the water line. It uses the Blue River Technologies hydro mixer to effectively mix the solution. The bag is 3/4 full of the slurry. With the container bag process, you pump the bag up to full capacity, allow it to dewater, and then pump it up again. 2 roll-offs are used to allow the operator to switch back and forth between the bags. In some cases, 6 or more roll-offs are used to keep the process rolling along. Clear, clean effluent flows out of the bag and is returned to the lagoon through a gravity drain. When the process is right, clean water literally flies out of the roll-off. When a bag is full of solids, it should settle down even with the side walls of a 20-yard roll-off. When it's filling, it will balloon up to 12 inches or more above the side walls. In this case, straw bales or plastic sheeting is used to trap the clean water and divert it back into the lagoon by a gravity drain. A sump pump is also used to make sure the effluent is all returned to the lagoon. The effluent should not be allowed to flow out onto the ground surrounding the lagoon. When this bag is full, it should be allowed to dewater a day or two, so before removing to the landfill. When the load is flush with the top of the roll-off, you will have approximately 15 tons of dewatered solids in the bag. For this lagoon, removing a total of 6 roll-offs returns the lagoon to operating condition. Enough solids have been removed to allow the lagoon to remain in compliance for several more years.